Hey there, movie fans. Welcome to the blues of January 2014. You have to excuse the sound of my voice because I have a cold, and I absolutely hate having a cold. Who doesn't? But what can you do about it? It happens sometimes. Anyway, let me show you what the DVDs and Blu-rays are that I purchased in January. Okay, we start off with a few cheapo DVDs that I got. And the first one is Maximum Overdrive. This is the one and only movie that was directed by Stephen King. It's generally known as a disaster, but even Stephen King himself said that this is a piece of shit. And it probably has something to do with the fact that he was high on cocaine while he was making this. But I've always liked this movie. I've seen it 2 or 3 times in my life. The last time I owned this movie was on VHS, and that was a long, long time ago. And I like the artwork on the front cover as well. Also picked up The Toxic Avenger, the unrated director's cut. This is a cult classic in every sense of the word. It is packed with all kinds of special features, as you can see here. And I've never really been a Troma fan, to be honest, but I do enjoy some of the movies, and this is definitely one of them. I actually cannot believe they're considering remaking this with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, I understand that Schwarzenegger won't be playing Toxie. Apparently he's going to play another character, but I'm curious to find out how they will pull that off. And the last DVD is Sea of Love with Al Pacino, Alan Barkin, John Goodman, and also Michael Rooker is in this movie as well. Michael Rooker is, of course, best known as Merle from The Walking Dead, and Henry, of course, from Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. I haven't seen this movie for a long, long time, by the way. Okay, on to the blues, and the first one is Savages by Oliver Stone. I got this from a store here in Holland for 50% off. It was €10, so I got this for €5. And this is a really good film, a really, really good film. It's only a shame about the ending, though. It's well, I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, of course, but it's no. I wanted to say something about the ending, but I'm afraid I might give away too much. But yeah, I would recommend this movie, but don't expect a good ending. Next is Frankenweenie. I also got this from the same store, 50% off. It was €25, and picked it up for $12.50. And strangely enough, this was cheaper than the regular single disc edition, which only has the 2D Blu-ray. This also comes with the 3D Blu-ray. I guess they made a mistake with that. I absolutely adore this movie. I mean, it's not only a wonderful homage to Frankenstein and all those other, classic monster movies like Dracula, but it also pays tribute to Ray Harryhausen and the Japanese kaiju movies. And, thank God for filmmakers like Tim Burton for still using stop-motion technique. You might expect that stop motion is a dying art in today's world, because it's dominated by CGI. But there's still filmmakers out there who use stop motion and who still believes in that technique. And I also love it that Tim Burton shot this in black and white, which is another rare thing nowadays. Next is 48 Hours, which is a classic buddy cop movie. I'd like to get the sequel on Blu-ray as well. I don't think that is available at the moment. It's called Another 48 Hours, of course, and I enjoy that as much as this one. You know, interesting fact about 48 Hours is that they wanted to make this in the 1970s, but they had, you know, other actors in mind. They wanted Clint Eastwood to play the Nick Nolte role and Richard Pryor to play the Eddie Murphy character. You know, no matter how much I like this movie, it would have been interesting to see that version with those two actors in the lead. Next is Jew La Testa, aka Duck You Sucker, aka A Fistful of Dynamite, aka Once Upon a Time, The Revolution. Great film, great transfer. This is the Italian release, by the way. But what is not so great is the packaging. Because let me show you what the inside looks like. This is kind of like a clamshell packaging. And as you can see, the disc is loose inside. I mean, it has this little TNT dynamite drawing on it. But here it is broken. And if I take away the disc, there's absolutely nothing that keep the disc from getting loose. So that's a very sloppy and a very lousy way to do a Blu-ray packaging. Now, I have the Italian release of A Fistful of Dollars. I have this for some time now. But I just want to show you how they should have done this with Jew La Testa. Take off the slip here. And this is also, you know, kind of like a clamshell package. And it's very, very sturdy than that one. You have the art cards and some booklets. And here is the disc. You know, which is as good as stuck. You know, it's not moving, it's not getting loose. This is the way they should have done. You know, this is the way they should do a proper clamshell package, and it's the way they should have done with this packaging as well. You know, Leone did not want to direct this film. He only wanted to produce it, and he offered the directorial duties to Sam Peckinpah, but he was never interested in this film. And then after that, he offered it to his assistant, Giancarlo Santi, who was interested, but Rod Steiger and James Coburn demanded Leone to direct this movie himself, which he did eventually. Also picked up another Italian release. This is the digibook of Sunset Boulevard. Now, what's so strange about this release is that, you know, this is in Italian, and so is the spine. However, the pages are all written here in English, as you can see here. That's a little strange. This is Billy Wilder with Gloria Swanson over there, the great Billy Wilder. William Holden, great actor. It's a beautiful release, by the way, and a magnificent film, of course. And there's the Blu-ray. The disappointing thing about this release is that it doesn't have any special features. Not one, not even the trailer. But I have this movie on DVD as well, which is full of special features and all that. This is just a. I still need to get rid of this thing. This is the back of the digipack. Book, digibook. Very nice release. And here is another digibook. This is from the United States. It's a little rough around the edges. You can see it here, and also here as well. But it isn't really, some small dents over here. But it isn't really that big of a deal. I mean, not that much to return it and ask for a new one. But this is such an incredible film. This is one of those films that I can watch over and over again without getting bored. I mean, it's whenever I go through different channels on TV and this movie is on, I just watch it, till the end. Even though I know how it's going to end and I know how the story goes and all that, it's just perfectly written and acted and executed. Is such a brilliant piece of filmmaking. I mean, the story is fantastic. You have these two young journalists. It's story-wise, it's kind of like a David versus Goliath in a way. You have these two young journalists going up against Nixon and his government, and they managed to overthrow Nixon and his government. So it's an amazing story, amazing performances by Hoffman and Redford, and also, of course, by the other actors as well, which I show you here. Jack Warden, Martin Balsam, Jason Robards, Hal Holbrook was also in this film. He plays Deep Throat. Such a brilliant film, and very nice digibook. All the President's Men. Next is the UK steelbook of Big Trouble in Little China. Big fan of this movie. Really big fan. One of the best collaborations between Carpenter and Kurt Russell. Comes with a nice booklet. You can see here. Now, Jack Burton, which is the character that Kurt Russell plays in this film, he was always John Carpenter's one and only choice, but the studio suggested Jack Nicholson or Clint Eastwood to play Jack Burton, and I tried to imagine what it'd be like if Jack Nicholson or Eastwood was in this film, and it's quite impossible, isn't it? Because it's hard to imagine something like that. Next is a very gorgeous steelbook from the UK. Also, this is Riddick, the extended cut. Let's look at the back. I enjoyed the previous Riddick movies, especially Pitch Black. And this is kind of like Pitch Black. And very nice steelbook. But I thought this was quite a good film. I enjoyed it more than the second one, and I liked the second one, The Chronicles of Riddick. And I read in an interview that David Twohy, the writer-director, would very much like to do a fourth movie. And he said that it could be possible that the fourth one will be as big, as epic as the second one. But I prefer, the smaller ones like this one and Pitch Black. But however small or big the fourth one is going to be, I certainly would like to see more adventures of Riddick, because I think he's a very fascinating character. And here is the UK steelbook of Forbidden Planet, which is a fantastic science fiction classic. And I absolutely love this cover art. You know, with Roddy the robot. There's a shot of the back. Now the soundtrack is also amazing, and you know, it was created by Lewis and B.B. Barron, and it doesn't have, you know, it's not really music. It's more noises, you know, different sounds and noises, or electronic sounds, or what do they call it again? Electronic tonalities. That's it. And it's absolutely fantastic. I've been meaning to pick up the soundtrack of Forbidden Planet for a while. I really have to do that, because that is, you know, a great piece of cinema music. Even though it's not exactly music, but I don't recall another film that has that kind of a soundtrack. But you know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre comes in mind, which also has these, you know, these eerie sounds and you know, noises like that. But a great film, and a great soundtrack, of course. And last but not least, I picked up the Friday the 13th complete collection. I used to be a little skeptical about this release, but now that I have it myself, I think it's a wonderful edition, a wonderful tin box set. I don't remember much of the movies in the middle. I mean, I do remember the first one, of course. I remember the second one, with Jason having the shopping mall bag over his head. And I remember the last few: Jason Takes Manhattan, Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, of course, and the remake, which I wasn't really fond of. But the other ones, I don't remember much of those. I do remember that it has very annoying characters, and I remember rooting for Jason when he was killing those annoying characters. And I also remember that Corey Feldman was in 2 of these movies. He plays the kid with telekinetic powers. Now, I'm going to revisit the Friday the 13th franchise in October, because I think that's, you know, a good way to do that, you know, Halloween time and all. And yes, I can wait that long. I also want to revisit the Halloween franchise in October. Well, except Halloween Resurrection, because I completely deny the existence of that movie. You're probably wondering, if that's the way you think about it, then why do you have it on DVD? Well, I don't have it on DVD anymore. I throw it in the trash can where it belongs. Well, that's it for the blues of January 2014. Now, before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to Hip Hop and Rap 71. He is doing a contest at the moment, because he has received 400 subscribers, and congratulations on that again. And I don't know if the contest is still going on or if it's over, but you have to find that out. And also check out his other videos as well, of course, and subscribe to him, obviously. He's a great YouTuber from the UK. Hip Hop and Rap 71. The link is below. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this DVD Blu-ray update. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.